I'm here with my client Tommy. Today we're going to be overviewing some technique for the deadlift. So starting out, I'm going to have him just do 5 reps as he has been deadlifting, and then we'll adjust some things as we go.
Just however I think is right?
Yep. Good, you can stop there. Go ahead and set down the bar and relax. Nice job, really good job with your posture. You got the neutral spine. You did have a little bit extra curve here in the neck, so you can kind of keep things in line with your neck as well. The first thing I want to focus on for the deadlift is loading both the glutes and the hamstring in the movement. Right now you have a lot of flexion at the knees rather than at the hips, so we want to start more so focused at the hips. So you'll be standing underneath the bar. As you go down to grab it, the first motion that you're doing is reaching your hips back behind you so that you can feel a stretch in your hamstrings and glutes. Then you can bend at the knee just slightly. Go down and grab the bar. The position that I want you in at the bar, your knee is going to be right in line with your elbow here, okay? So right now your knees are a little bit in front. That tells me we're really not loading the glutes and the hamstrings because your knees are too far forward. So let's do about 3 reps again, just focusing on that hinge, stretching the glutes and the hamstrings and loading those in the movement. There you go. Okay. Good. That was great what you did with your hips, and that's totally normal that you might lose a little bit of balance. So I want you to do that same thing, but now you're keeping your weight even in your feet. So we have these 3 points in our feet right here. We're keeping our weight even in our toes and our heels the whole time. There you go, great. Pull from there, nice job. So much better. Go ahead and do 1 more rep. Very good job with those. Do you feel the difference?
Yeah.
More so in the back of your legs?
Oh yeah.
Perfect. So really happy with your starting position where you were loading, reaching the hips back, everything looked great with that. At the lockout position, you do have a bit of an arch in your back. Once we start to get heavy, that means that weights you're gonna feel in your low back rather than just in your posterior chain of your legs. So let's combine everything you just did. But now, as you're locking out at the top, I want you to think of tucking your ribs down, engaging your abs, like as much as you can, engage your abs. And then as you're in this position, I want you to just push your hips forward. If you don't come all the way like completely straight, that's okay. I'd rather you stop here using the right muscles rather than coming all the way up. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Cool. One more thing, I'm gonna have you come back a little bit. So this bar is gonna be at the midline of your foot. It's not gonna be touching your shin, but very close. That looks good there. Nice. Squeeze your glutes to stand up, keep your abs engaged. That was great, nice job. Again, keep your weight in your toes. Squeeze your glutes to stand up, ribs down, tuck your abs, tuck your abs. Good, let's do 3 more. Abs, 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 glutes, good. Nice job, reach your hips back as you come down. Remember, hips back, then bend the knees, good. Nice, well, last rep. Abs. Good, you can relax, set the bar down. Nice job. I can see you did activate your abs more. You still are from here. I can tell you're kind of lifting with your chest to lock out. So I think it might help maybe if you have your eyes more at look at where the floor meets the wall. So as you're locking out, look there and then squeeze your abs and glutes to lock out. But really happy with those changes just made. Those were all, you really responded well to everything I said. Something else I want to bring up, we will focus more on that, but something I want to bring up is also creating more stability both in our hips and in our shoulders. So if we create torque in those ball and joint in the ball and socket joints, it's going to help us be more stable and then be able to put out more force, especially when we're trying to go heavy on deadlifts. So that being said, when we're in flexion at both the knees and the hips, what we're gonna do is externally rotate the hips. How we do that is by screwing our feet into the floor. You see what I'm doing with my feet here?
I feel it.
Yep, so when we do that, you notice how your hips kind of open up? Yep, we're gonna do that in the deadlift. That's gonna not only help increase torque and stabilize the hip joint, but it's also gonna help us activate our glutes more, which is gonna help with a lockout. So let's focus on that for this rep. I don't wanna overwhelm you with too many things, but we're gonna do that with the shoulders as well down the road. Right now, let's just focus on the hips. Good, there you go. As you stand up, hips forward, squeeze your glutes. Nice, good, much better with that neutral spine and the lumbar. That looked great. Let's do 3 more reps. Nice. Remember neutral spine in your neck as well.
Okay.
So look at that where the floor meets the wall. Yeah, much better. Good. Twisting your feet into the floor. Nice, let's do one more like that. Nice job. Good. What's the biggest difference you felt with this?
Yeah, not in my back anymore, but this area.
Good, nice job. Now we're at around between 70 to 80% of your 1 rep max. We're going heavier so we can make sure you can apply all those things we just focused on with technique at the lighter weight to when you're using the heavier weight as well. So let's do, again, about 5 reps, focus on all those same technical cues. Whenever you're ready, you can start. Keep your toes down. Nice. Really good job. There you go, reaching your hips back. Good. Remember, twisting your feet into the floor the whole time. Glutes, abs, 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 abs. Nice. Last rep. Neck neutral. Yep, good. Glutes, abs tight, abs tight. Nice. Very good job. Good. Nice job at that lockout. I could see your neutral lumbar, which I know is kind of hard to control. That looked really good even with the heavier weight.
Thanks.